Question 30 for improving performance, section A, asks the students to identify how coaches can use technology to improve the performance of athletes. So some things you'd look at first of all would be the key term, identify. We need to look at how coaches can use technology to improve the performance of athletes, and it's worth 3 marks. Okay, so that was the question that we were being asked to do. If we have a look at our syllabus part here, we'll notice that down the bottom here, the last dot point, where it talks about the use of technology, talking about training innovations and also equipment advances. That's what we need to be relating back to when looking at this question, and in particular, how can coaches use this technology to improve the performance of athletes? So if we have a look at a couple of answers. So this one here, first of all, again, this is a great answer on this for this question. Again, what I like about it is that you have the technology innovation and the equipment advances, so the parts of the syllabus that are required written up the top. Right, so straight away the marker sees that, sees the understanding. When we go down through the answer, we'll see the aspects of the syllabus that's required in the question are highlighted and are set out clearly, with the key aspects of the additional parts of the syllabus in there as well, looking at the examples and also looking at the use of the different technology to measure athletes' current performance standards. So by using some of these, or putting examples in that show how coaches can use technological innovation to improve the performance of athletes. We go further down, we'll also notice that other aspects of the syllabus, the second dot point looking at equipment advances, and how can these aid in the improving performance of athletes. Another example given, and again we're looking at the swimsuits, we're looking at the golf balls. So again, some of the examples that are given from the syllabus just shows how specific this answer is. It's, again, very, very well set out. The highlighting shows you where the dot points are and the key aspects to the question. We compare that to this answer here, which is just, it's a 2 out of 3, not a very good response at all. Failure to underline some of the key aspects, especially when we're looking at technology here, could have been underlined. Only really got the one example, missing one area of the dot point. So we've only really covered half of the answer in this question here, which is hence why it's a 2 out of 3. More detail required there in correct setting out. When we look at the marking guidelines, we'll just nose it here. Obviously, to get 3 out of 3. Recognise and names relevant methods of technology used to improve performance. That's what the question needs to come back to. And some suggestions down the bottom: training innovation, video analysis and editing, 3D simulations, lactate testing, GPS devices, equipment advances, swimsuits, golf balls, which we saw in that previous, or in the good response, weather sensors, cooling vests. Reference must be given to how the performance will be improved rather than just supply a list. So that's the key part of the question. How will the use of swimsuits or the golf balls or 3D simulations improve the performance of the athlete? That's what it's asking us to do. All right, so that's the part there we need to be mindful of. And just some of the feedback overall for this question was that in general it was an outstanding response by most people for this question. Students had a very good knowledge of the syllabus area, accompanied with specific, clear and relevant examples. So very, very well done. All areas of the syllabus were included for most students with relevant examples showing how they can improve performance of an athlete.